This town has been unbearable, lifeless, filled only with boredom, propaganda, and control. I've tried to escape, and I've failed this time. But I'll find a way. They call me Mr. Prepper.
Me, and looks like the YouTube is on there and transmitting. I have my microphone on. Good morning, Pink. Good morning, Shadow. Some weird stuff happening here. Why do you have a picture of Robert E. Lee? That's not Robert E. Lee. That's actually a 3-star Union general that used to own this property. This house dates back to 1809, actually. But yeah. That's what happened. Why do I have a picture of Robert E. Lee? Come on. Do we only see the things we want to see? Logic should rule, I think. But anyway, let's see. What do we got here? Let's go ahead and say good morning to the YouTube people here. Let's see. We've got JB, the 25th. Bob Peta, Lanny, Catitude, Blaine, Viking Queen, Ronan, and Dog and Ball. Oh, my God. I thought I was so late. No, you're good, Dog and Ball. You're good to go. Looks like a mom of 2 Jakes and 389 Tanker. We got all sorts of people just popping in and saying hi. Wow, I can't believe how many people are in these 2 channels right now. That's super awesome, guys. Do me a favor. Yeah, secondary, I don't think you're going to win today on the whole race. But, yeah, definitely, if you guys want to draw more people in, please hit the like or tap the screen or whatever it is. Appreciate it. They're on the YouTube side. Please do me a favor and like the video now. It'll draw more people in. Let the algorithm do its thing. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. My weekend was not bad at all. We have several things we're going to talk about today on the preparedness side. We're going to hit on some very basic news things. My God, I don't have enough coffee to get through this hour. I don't know. What's up, Faithful Patriot? It's okay, the breeze. I just let those kind of things settle. It's not worth it. Sometimes just pointing out that somebody instantly thinks they saw something that they couldn't even see in 4K. Maybe they realize, maybe I need to take a step back and just take a breath and just kind of relate. Doug showed up. What's up? Doug's going. Oh, my boy, I think that's 4 now, people that are going to go to prepper camp with me. I want to be fully prepared, but feel so underprepared. Everybody does. Sorry, bro. I can't read that at all. But let's see. Everybody feels that way. You know, that's just what happens. You kind of never kind of feel ready. I mean, there is some, you know, that people who prepare, they have this, like, and everybody's felt this before. So, like, you know, when you have like a task and you finish that task and you did good on it and there's that sense of accomplishment, and that it's like, oh, I did that and it worked out great, and that's what people are searching for. Good morning, Fire Life. That's what people are searching for. Well, Enviro Mama, I watched a bunch of your videos yesterday. Solid channel. I love it. If you guys have a chance to check out Enviro Mama's TikTok channel, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I think it's really good, and it's going to sound a little sexist here, but I think it's really good for moms, you know. But I enjoyed it, especially your daughter. She's cute as hell. Let's see. Julie McGuire. Gotcha. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see here. I wish I could go to prepper camp, but I gotta work. Yeah, it's common. It's common. What I'm being told. So I had a great conversation yesterday with Doomsday, also known as Jester, and you know, we talked about what our plans are, what we're gonna try to accomplish while we're there. And I've actually agreed to man his booth for him from time to time, because that's one of the requirements of the place. Your booth has to be manned as long as it's open. But I'm going to help out with that, do a little pro bono work. I'm also going to be setting up. So tell your friends. Today I'm going to order a bunch of things to raffle off for free. Some of them on the low end, some of them on the high end. But hey, you know, in my world, if it's free, it's for me. So that's what I'm going to actually be doing. Those things that I cannot raffle off, then I will just save them. I mean, they're preparedness items. They're gonna help me in any way. And then maybe I'll put together after that. Maybe put together like a little prepper kit and give that away, you know, in some way, shape, or form. You got to be careful because people are like, raffles are illegal. Well, not really, because I didn't ask you for anything other than just your name or to be part of a group or something like that you can leave later. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll buy enough stuff to give away that I will have extra, and then I will make a you didn't make it to prepper camp, but here's your bag if you win. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll have some kind of frickin' like attack, or you know, we'll figure out something, some sort of drawing to make sure that gets off to people. You know. Let's see. Our family started prepping a couple years ago. Food, meds, and supplies. Any device for must have. I don't know. I see the question mark, but I'm trying to. Any device that you must have. Water purification. Get yourself a water purification device. All right, so let's see here. Now things have leveled out where they're supposed to be. I got 38 over here. I got 81 over here, and I've got probably 10 over here. But that's okay, because now we're just talking prepping stuff. All right, let's see here. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Just knock the news out first. If you hadn't heard yet, a judge authorized a special master to review Trump Mar-a-Lago raid documents, temporarily blocks DOJ using records for probe. The key points: a federal judge authorized the appointment of a special master to review documents seized from, the FBI's raid. An independent third party will examine the seized property for personal items and documents and potentially privileged material subject to claims of attorney-client privilege and executive privilege, the judge wrote. Trump asked for a special master to be appointed weeks after. Okay, so we know he did that. The search found more than 10,000 government documents. None of that matters. Okay, so here's the things we have to glean from this, and we'll move on. One, special master, really, really smart, really, really important. It's good to keep the playing field fair. Because the FBI came in and they so if you guys didn't know this, general, okay, or what they call a general search warrant is unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional. This is not local prepper saying that it is by his interpretation. This has been interpreted by the Supreme Court that what they call a general search warrant is not constitutional. So they have a very serious problem here, and that they have to keep all the stuff out of somebody else looking at it, because if you have a special master who has access to all of these documents, all of this property, then the special master can almost instantly determine that the DOJ and the FBI went well beyond what they were supposed to be doing, any case they try to bring against the former president will be thrown out of court. It's that easy. So, all right, let's see here. Lefty Jones, no kidding. I don't know what that means, but let's keep it nice. Lefty, where are we at here? Trump has overall rights. This is political crimes against opposition. Yeah, you know, we talked about this last week, I think on Thursday, with the Dan Bongino show. The guy, God damn it. All right, guys, I got to take this. I'm going to mute everything here. I'm going to keep the YouTube live because it's easier just to keep you guys on while I do this. Oh, for my YouTubers. Ha 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 ha. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Now I have to restart the old TikToks.
Hey there.
Shut up, TikTok. Hey there yourself.
Some days are harder than others.
All right, let's get this back on. Let's get this back on. All right, let's see here. Looks like we got it fired back up. Hopefully we'll get enough people back in here. All right, so let me give them a second to catch up. I guess I'll just pour some coffee. I'm just gonna pour a little coffee. I don't even know how much I have left. All right. So those of you that are back, that is what happens when your girlfriend forgets that you live stream from 10 to 11 every day of the week except for Saturday and Sunday. Good morning, Heather Hampton Claw. If you guys are coming back from the live streams I had to turn off, I appreciate you. If you're new, I just had to take a call that may have been an emergency that was not an emergency. Oh my God. Gotcha. I'll remember, Heath. Let's see here. We got a lot of people popping back in here. I don't think it's going to be... why do seagulls fly over the ocean? Because... All right, Speedbird. That was not even a good dad joke. Let's stay on point. I'll tell your girlfriend I said hello. I will. Ivara Mama. Oh my God. Oh, it's just a prepper video game. What do we got here? What you guys are seeing the live thing. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, it is. It's called Mr. Prepper. Okay, so let's get back on point. I think we pretty much covered the whole Mar-a-Lago thing already. So we're going to go ahead and kill that. Let's see here. So the next thing, guys, this is literally something that is just coming out. They're coming up with these new ideas to try to control firearms. So, and we're not going to go into a lot of this. I've highlighted a few things just so that we can basically hit the things. I did see that video. Thank you very much. Let's see. What do we got here? So the title of this comes out of the New York Times. It's called "How Banks Could Control Gun Sales If Washington Won't." It's actually pretty scary. Let's see here. here's an idea. What if in the finance industry, credit card companies like Visa, MasterCard, and American Express, credit card processors like First Data, and banks like JP Morgan Chase and Wells Fargo were to effectively set new rules for the sales of guns in America? Some have done it, like PayPal, Red Stripe. They've done it where they won't approve a sale using their cards. So it has been done. For example, Visa, which published a 71-page paper in 2016 espousing its corporate responsibility, could easily change its terms of service to say it won't do business with retailers that sell assault weapons, high-capacity magazines, and bump stocks, which make semi-automatic rifles fire faster. Okay. If MasterCard were to do the same, assault weapons would be eliminated from virtually every firearms store in America, because otherwise the sellers would be cut off from the credit card system. That's a pipe dream of the left. That's a pipe dream of the left. I guess they never heard of cash. Let's see here. To be clear, those three banks won't let you use your credit card to buy Bitcoin, but they will be happy to let you use it to buy an AR. Exactly. They're a business. They want to make money. High value purchases equal higher finance charges, equal more money in their pockets. I don't think you're going to let these. We've all seen this get woke, go woke mentality. They don't understand. It's all about the people and what they want, not what their little social, the day they woke up and felt sorry for something they had nothing to do with, Is that a valid video or not? Honestly, Enviromama, I'm going to have to go and take another look, and I will let you know. Let's see. Visa, oddly enough, is the card of choice. In Enviromama, I watch a lot of videos. I get a lot of videos thrown at me like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? So it's literally just my brain not being on that subject right now. Visa, oddly enough, is the card of choice for the NRA. There's actually an NRA-branded Visa card issued by First Bank Card, a division of First National Bank of Omaha. And MasterCard proudly announced last year that it was the branded card for Cabela's. And if you don't know, you can pretty much buy what you want at Cabela's. So we're not going to go too deep into this, but this is another ploy by the left. If you didn't know this, okay, when you buy something with you, I'm doing good today, Rod. Hopefully you're doing good. Let's keep fighting the gun grabbers, definitely. Let's see, why the negativity? What negativity are you speaking about, Speed? I think this is your second comment that seems a little off point. But if you didn't know this, whenever you make a purchase with your credit card, there's a code that's attached to it for if it was a service-related thing, or if it was a specific type of product. And if you make a purchase with at a firearms store, there's actually a code that is attached to that, and it's part of your credit record with that agency. Okay, so what they really want to do is they want the credit card companies to start ignoring, not servicing that particular type of transaction. And their idea is that they could control the sale of firearms that way. Now, the problem is that if you don't really have to read between the lines, you just have to see past the stupidity, okay? And here's the stupidity. If your plan is to use these codes to stop people from making transactions at firearms, then it really has nothing to do with automatic weapons or high-capacity magazines. You have to see past all their bull, okay? And the reality is like I said, it's all about the cash. Okay, so let's see, I want to go buy whatever pew-pew. Well, if I want to, I can just actually go to my bank and withdraw that money, or I can use the bank credit card. And even though it has the Visa logo on it, I can still use it to do like a withdraw at my bank for cash. Did you guys know that? Yeah, you can actually use your bank issued credit card take it to your bank and withdraw cash on it. Now, you will pay a fee based on the amount that you withdraw, but then you instantly turn that into cash, and now you have it on your bank card, and the little code just says that it's a bank transaction. So you gotta know how to game the game, man. You gotta know how to game the game. Let's see here. Along with Republicans don't care, don't sell out Russia, I'll be, as long as the Republicans don't sell out Russia. My credit card is attached to my bank card. No way they can deny. Well, you need to listen to what I'm saying there. 01 Art TV and delay. Just listen to what I just said. They want to take your semi. Yeah, they just don't want it. Period. I have never bought a Pew Pew with a card only. Lots of people have. That's why even the gun show guys take cards. But I wanted you guys to know about that, so I'll stay on top of that. Window Liquor says the best control is shot placement. These new gun laws have really affected us at work. I gotcha. I was going to say Cabela's takes cash. Yeah, exactly. I don't know any place that doesn't take cash, but they're working on that too. They are working on that too. All right, let's see here. Looks like the secondary is catching up with the primary. What I need you guys on the TikTok side to do is start smashing that screen. All right, I need to see some hearts. I think I'm up to like 200 and I'm getting ready to hit 260,000 followers. So it's not a vanity thing. If you're just popped into the YouTube, please like the video real quick. It draws more people in. We can don't sell out to Russia. Oh, I see. Don't sell out to Russia. I got you. Banging. Perfect. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Okay, so listen, guys. The economy is starting to do some weird stuff. I actually do have the markets open on another screen, and I want to see what they are doing right now. They have a tendency to pop up during the first part of the week, but they have opened and are down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off so I'm not just chewing up bandwidth. You guys need to start paying attention to what's happening. Somebody sent me a video this morning about the markets or things going bad in Europe and then eventually coming over to America. Very true, very true. I do follow that particular developer, but I don't really watch him anymore. I don't know. I don't like people that just that aren't constructive. I don't know. I don't want to talk bad at anybody. Everybody's got their own way, their own way of doing things. Let's see. I got called and talked to ATF about it. I got you. So basically, as yours implodes, it plans radical intervention, including price setting, suspending derivatives markets, and Europe-wide margin call bailouts. You see that term, Europe bailout? What happened in 2008? Yeah, bailout. That means things are so bad that the government has to step in and bail out private entities. And why? Because these entities have everything to do with power. And when I say power, not like, oh, I'm powerful, or like political power. I'm talking about physical power, like energy, the energy industry, coal and natural gas and oil and pipelines that got shut off on Friday and stuff like that. So, they said that they were going to have their little meeting. They did have, actually their little meeting is scheduled for today. The European Union is having they let everybody know last week that it was going to happen today. So they're all supposed to sit down today. It's the middle of the day there now, so they're probably in the middle of it right now. But yeah, the funny thing is that all the stuff that they're price setting, suspending derivatives, and bailout calls, none of these things. They're actually talking about price caps on fuel. None of these things will solve their problems. Because you could put a price cap on fuel, but it doesn't matter. If there's no fuel, you're still going to run out of fuel. Is the world going to end today? Only if you want to, Ryan, but this is a personal problem, and I never recommend that to anybody. You're taking the easy way out, and you're being selfish. So don't do that, okay? My world's not going to end today. Hopefully yours won't. Let's see. The powers that want to control our food and energy. Europe needs to get off its green energy utopia. Too big to fail. Oh, I've heard that one before. Yeah, 389. Right here, bro. Right here. What we got over here? Window Looker says, or buy store gift cards, then buy your firearm. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know. Hey, Cabela, can you buy a firearm with a store gift card? Let us know. That's interesting. Where are you from? You look so familiar. I get that a lot. I'm from nowhere. Let's see. But here's the thing. You're absolutely right. They created this problem themselves. You know, it's like all this green stuff is not bad. The problem is they just decided unilaterally that the world was going to do it and that was going to be it. But you guys don't know what you're doing. You've had enough time, and they basically all turned into giant frickin' nannies. You know, as far as the lighting goes, guys, I don't know how it's affecting you, to be honest with you. It seems a little dim here. It is very overcast, and the lights that are in my overheads are like the sun type lights, so I don't know what's happening. So, let's see here. Too soon without a thought. Let's see. Did a Cabela card? You can buy one. Yes, you can. It's confirmed that at Cabela's you can buy a firearm with a gift card. There we go. Cha-ching! Friends in high places. Yes, you are. I know who you are. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. I've been nowhere pretty often. Good to go. Good to go. So we may have met. Let's see. But we have to remember that this whole thing that's happening in Europe will eventually come over to us. And, unfortunately, these people are our allies, but, they're really good at one thing, and that is blaming us for their problems. They're blaming us. They will eventually blame the U.S. for their problems because we, the United States, under the past administration, did not support the EU. And honestly, most Americans don't support the EU. And honestly, most Europeans don't support the EU. So they're going to be looking for someone else to blame. It's that easy. All right, TikTokers, do me a favor. These numbers are way too low. We need some people in here. Now, we got 100 people over here on the primary side, and that's great, but you guys should be like $5,000 at least. And over here with those 10 people, and you guys can easily get this up to 1,500, 2,000. Not even a problem. Yes, let's see, Elvapan. Yes, it is. It's pretty genius. Here's the thing. Walmart still sells firearms too, and I'm going to bet you can buy one at Walmart with a gift. I mean, it's just money. It just comes down to it. It's just money. So something to think about. You probably want to look into that. Maybe you can do something with it. I don't know. I don't need to buy any firearms. I'm good to go. All right, so Europe is going to be a problem. Now, where are we at here? The next thing is I ran across this. This website is actually called the Economic Collapse Blog. This one is from September 4th. And it talks about all these different signs. The title of the article is 12 numbers that show that we are getting dangerously close to an economic crash as the fall of 2022 approaches. Okay? What do we got here? Nothing there. Oh, we got something here. Our employees get gift cards for different reasons, and they save theirs and use them for that. Nice. So the EU is having a meeting to conspire against the people. No, I wouldn't say that, Window Liquor. I would say that the EU is having an emergency meeting that was planned last week. I don't know how much of an emergency it is. Maybe they couldn't get past whatever they were doing this weekend. But anyway, so they're having this meeting so that they can try and solve the problem. Everything that I've read up to this point sounds very legitimate. The problem is they're projecting what their possible solutions are so that they can see if the public will accept them, and the public is not accepting them. We do the same thing here in government. We just they They say they're thinking about doing something. They put somebody out in front of all the TV networks, and then they have these little interviews, and then they gauge based off of those interviews what the people think, and then they go with what the people think would work. And that has done nothing for us up to this date. Let's see here. Let's see. Trying to introduce new virtual currency. Yeah, it's not looking good. This whole was it CBDCs? It's not looking good. You know, my thoughts in my research for today's hour is that all of this bad stuff is they're actually introducing the idea of creating more credit for people who can't pay for things. They can't pay for they don't have the credit now to pay for these things. So what you want to do is create more debt. This is no bueno. This is not good. Because at a certain point, now the citizenry is too big to fail. And then what do? Listen, the system's not working. We got to start it all over. And you know what? It didn't work up to this point. So we're going to have a new system. It's called the CBDC. Boom. Okay. Let's see. We're going to decline that. XML is supposed to be for retail and XRP for industry. Okay. I got you. Let's see here. Annie Williams. Good morning, man. Everybody wants to come on with me, but if I don't know who you are, it's not happening. D, take control. D. I don't know what that means, Luther, but I don't like the letter D. It makes me weary of some foolishness. Good morning, JDM. Again, rather than educate the population and teaching them how to obtain revenue. Yeah, exactly. There you go. A win for the little guy, Cabela's. Yeah, I might actually have to go spend some money there. I might have to. All right, so let's look at the 12 things that they're saying that are indicators here. So the number one is the government is telling us that the unemployment rate only went up 3.7% in August. The second thing is according to John Williams of shadowstats.com, if honest numbers were being used, the real rate of unemployment in the United States would be over 24%. Yay! Wait, that's a bad number. That's a bad number. That's a really, really bad number. What do we got here? If you use voice to text to communicate due to disability, it doesn't come out correctly sometimes. I got you. All right. Well, I will keep that in mind, Luther. I will keep that in mind. Go to work, LP. Catch you around. Don't miss you. All right, Covey. We'll talk to you later. JDM, how are you? Covey. Boom. Yeah, see, Covey left. Ha ha. All right, let's see here. Number 3. About half of all U.S. companies say they will be eliminating jobs within the next 12 months. Now, they're going to fall back on, hey, listen, we always hire before the Christmas season, about 3 months out, and they bring the workforce up, for part-timers, and then at the end of the season, they drop them right back down. They've been doing this for, since Christ was a corporal. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. So they're going to use that, but the reality is that they are releasing people. I think Target is the biggest one right now. Target is actually closing stores, and it wasn't that whole story was not followed up with the typical, listen, relax, guys, Target isn't going anywhere. We're just closing stores that aren't performing well. We've been planning to do this for months. Yeah, they didn't follow up with any of that. So Target is in trouble, guys. Also, Bed Bath & Beyond, they're in trouble too. I think Bed Bath & Beyond, they took a 90% loss in revenue last quarter. That's unheard of. And oh, by the way, the CEO kind of fell out of a window over the weekend. It's not good. It's not good at all. Let's see here. Hopefully my internet will stick. I am green at 30 frames per second, kicking out the kilobytes. We're good. The lights did just flicker. It is raining. There are small animals falling from the sky. It could be biblical. But they said it was coming, so we'll see how long we could stay on. All right, let's see here. I am extremely disappointed. I asked for 1,500 over here on the secondary. They gave me 3,000. I asked for 10,000 on this side, and you guys are slacking. Tap, tap. Follow the finger. Follow the finger. You got this. All right, let's see here. Bed Bath & Beyond CEO killed himself. Well, I mean, either that or he got Hillary. There's no telling. I mean, was there a note? Was it in his handwriting? You know, I'm not exactly sure. But getting back to this article, let's see, where are we at here? 24%, eliminating jobs. The government is telling us the inflation rate in the United States is only 8.5%. According to John Williams of ShadowStocks.com, if the rate of inflation was still calculated the way it was back in 1980, the real rate of inflation would be somewhere around 17% right now. That is worse than anything we experienced during the Jimmy Carter era. Oh my God. So what you're saying is that there's actually a way to calculate things that would be completely different than the hodgepodge numbers that, you know, if we do this and this, that equals a recession. Well, no, not today. Not today. We've decided to change those rules. Now that doesn't matter. Even though we've been doing it that way for 50 years, and it's accepted and taught in all of the major business schools. Yeah, but we're not doing it that way anymore. So, okay. So much fun. Let's see here. At one company, a number of Americans taking out short-term loans for groceries has nearly doubled. Say it isn't so. One out of every 5 home sellers in the United States dropped their asking price last month. This is more evidence that the home prices are starting to rapidly move in a downward direction. Guys, I'm here to tell you, I follow the realty market. And sellers are not happy because there are no buyers, because the sellers are not getting the big money that they thought they were going to get for their houses, because the housing market went wacko 6 months ago and started selling $100,000 properties for $300,000, and people were buying it. So now all the sellers are like, whoa, stop, guys. We said we're going to sell it at this price, and you're telling me that nobody wants to buy it at that price, and I'm supposed to lower my prices. I don't want to. I want the big money. And the realtors are like, I'd really love to sell your trash for you, but guess what? What is that on? What is what on? What are you talking about, bro? Let's see, a lot of food is up 25% or more. Yeah, exactly. The food is through the roof, man. Fire Life Target is woke, so a lot of us don't shop there. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like the Target atmosphere, and I like the things that they sell, but it always seems like, I don't know. I always felt like when Target started selling food over on the side, that they kind of lost focus on the things that people went to Target for. I don't know. It is what it is. Let's see here. Housing information you were reading. The housing information I was reading is on a, where are we at here? Is on a blog called the Economical Collapse blog. The Economic Collapse blog. Sorry, I was trying to read the whole page link. Let's see here. Number 8, sales of previously owned homes were about 20% lower this July than they were last July. Exactly. It's the sale of property is slowing. Let's see here. Number 9, one recent survey found that 3.8 million Americans believe that they could be evicted from their homes within the next 2 months. Number 10, according to the National Energy Assistance Directors Association, approximately 20 million U.S. households are currently behind on their utility bills. It's not good. That's not. But, people aren't freaking out about it because there's 320 Americans and only 20 million of them behind. It's like, that's not a lot. That's nothing. Are you serious? That's 20 million adults are behind, and they're behind because of the economy, and then who did that and how the economy got the way it did. It's insane. Target recognized Pride Month, but not 4th of July. I believe it, man. I believe it. So these people are idiots. It's just, they choose to be this stupid. They're choosing to be this stupid. And when the game is over, when all this craziness runs out, they're going to be the first ones. Oh, we got to declare bankruptcy. We're about to lose everything. That's exactly what will happen. They'll go into freaking bankruptcy, and they'll be just like Kmart. It's not going to. They won't be able to save themselves or the company. It will be bought outright from them. It'll be liquidated. Everything will be destroyed that they created. Let's see here. Number 11, the Dow Jones Industrial Average has fallen for 3 weeks in a row. We also witnessed this sort of a gradual slide just prior to the beginning of the crash of 2008. Yeah. What do we got going on here? Window Liquor says, I did it. Spent $5K on new freeze dryer. I've been stocking up food and freeze dry until it arrives. Also researching what's good for freeze drying. Time to stock more long-term food. I love it, Window Liquor. That is great. I mean, if you can afford $5K, good on you, man. I mean, however you did it, good on you. Freeze dryer is always the option, man. It's a game changer. If I had one, everything would get. I'd be like, let's buy this, let's freeze dry that. Let's buy this and let's freeze dry that. Just like, I mean, no questions asked. Hey, Steven, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you here, bro. Let's see here. The crash is going to be worse than 2008. Yeah, it's going to be much worse. They're calling this the super bubble. Let's see. Blaine says, I've been freeze drying everything. Oh, no crayons, no markers, no pens, no cups. Just stick to food, Blaine, because if you're freeze drying everything, you're probably wasting your money. I'm messing with you, right? All right, good to go. Blaine is one of our Patreons. By the way, if you're watching this on TikTok or YouTube and you're new and you're not a member of the Patreon, you are truly missing out. You have no idea. But you might. So link in the bio. That's my actual description or profile. And go ahead and click on that and then go over to the support the page and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's right there at the top. Let's see. What do we got here? And number 12, in August, a whopping 2,150 corporate executives sold off shares in their companies and are trying to cash in while they still can. All right, guys, if you guys don't understand how the rich either get rich or stay rich or get richer, they pay attention to what's happening and then they pull all of their money, they liquidate all their assets, and they hold them until something bad happens and everything gets super cheap. And then they go and they buy it all up. And that's how they maintain or get super rich. Yeah. That's how they do it. Let's see. I focus on proteins for freeze drying. Well, I hope so. Freeze drying crayons is kind of a waste of time. Crayons are good for lights and cooking. Not if they're freeze dried. Let's see. What do we got here? It's you freeze dry Skittles, Blaine. Oh, okay. Get it. Have not yet. I don't really like candy. Blaine Vogel. I almost 1,000 chicken eggs. Need to freeze dry. Well, that's a lot of work. Window Liquor. Okay, so staying on the market focus. Let's go ahead and pop on over here. I gleaned this one right here. This one comes off Modern Survival Blog, and it's actually back from June, but everything in it is still very, very relevant because people have stopped talking about hyperinflation. Now, if you think that we're going to go into a recession, the recession is actually creates hyperinflation. So they run synonymous with each other. They run parallel. Okay, so some of the things that you need to glean from this is the reason why the U.S. got away from it for so long is because the U.S. dollar is the world's reserve currency. Now, what are they talking about? They're talking about the U.S. dollar and how we've been able to prop up the country's economy for years and years and years because we are the world's reserve currency, which that means also known as the petrodollar. And yeah. So by saying that, when they say we're the world's reserve currency, which means that all the big stuff is spent in U.S. dollars. That's what they really mean. Okay. Oh, it's a problem. So the problem is that this has been going on for decades, and now there's no way to fix it. And they go through some stuff like some very basic math. But then here's the reality. The denial is that all nations depend on a strong U.S. dollar or global market or global markets collapse. So they depend on the U.S. dollar or the global markets collapse. What do we got here? Somebody's checking in here on the members channel. If you were a Patreon, you would be able to instantly access this. I figured it was the girlfriend. JB, that's hilarious. Let's see what dollars. Allergy test came back. She's not allergic to shellfish. Yes. Just made me think. It's allergic. Remember, just because we weren't allergic doesn't mean you can't now be allergic. Your body changes about every 7 years. Very true. Very true. Okay. Let's see here. Grumpy you selling. What the hell is that? Oh, the cat. Let's see. Freeze-dried Skittles are a great barter item. I love it. Grumpy Acres. Hey, Grumpy Acres Farm. Shout out to Grumpy Acres. Haven't seen him in a while. Or is it her? I can't remember. But good to see you in the YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's see. Do you hear about PA giving everyone within 10 miles of the nuclear plant iodine tablets on September 15th? No, I did not. But I would. I think that it would be not really. No. Psst, no. Someone thinks that the French doors are now a ladder. And she's trying to figure out how to climb up them, but she can't. I just don't want her to hurt herself. Prepper Cat is actually, thank you for asking, JDM. Prepper Cat is 100%. She's back. She's been back for a couple days now, trying to climb things she's not supposed to climb and do things she's not supposed to do. And she's getting bigger. I used to be able to just like snatch her up with one hand. Now I got to like grab a leg and stuff like that. And because she's doing great. She's doing great. She'll end up here sooner or later. She's going to get tired of jumping all over the things and want to be held. So let's see here. Getting back on point. The reason why the U.S. zombie that's what a lot of people are now calling our U.S. economy, the zombie. It's good. I need to moisten the throat real quick here. Also, too, while I'm doing this, a couple of things. If you're going to go to the merch store, there's the link in the bio. It says the merch store or something like that, or merch. The cups are awesome. I really like them. And I keep reminding my patrons, if they buy something, make sure they contact me first, because I can actually give them a product code to where like nobody makes any money and they just get their stuff. And then also the shirts. I'm noticing that the shirts. I washed this shirt this weekend. This is the Thrive Not Survive shirt. And it shrank just a little bit, not a lot, but I don't like when cotton shirts shrink. They should already be sold to you pre-shrunk. So make sure you order one size larger, just so you make sure that you get what you want. And that's for men. I don't know the women's wear. I think most of that is like elastic or trim cut for women, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that. So yes, I have to wet my whistle, even though I don't know how to whistle. Let's see. Spider Kitty. I love it. U.S. corporate needs to just bankrupt and start over. But how would that work? Well, they have a plan, Dave. It's called CBDCs, Central Bank Digital Currency. And we're just going to start over. Everybody's going to start even. We're going to give you guys like $2,000 credits. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, no more debt. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And oh, by the way, here's your $2,000 a year taxes. Just so we can start over. So we can get the system rolling again. Yeah. That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking. So, let's see. Steve with the whistle. T-shirts I buy seem to shrink, or it could be the second helping of peach pie. I would say it's likely both, but like I said, a good T-shirt that is pre-shrunk before they put the stuff on it, which I don't think these are, won't shrink. So buy an extra. If you go in the merch store, buy one size large me. Let's see here. What do I do with my savings? Gypsy Queen, that's a tough call. First disclaimer: I am not a financial planner, so I can only tell you what I do. I keep all of my money out of the bank that I do not need to pay my bills that are all set up on autopay. Turn it into gold. Buy silver, buy gold, buy platinum. One of the articles that we're going to cover here is they're talking about gold reaching $50,000. What do you want, Cat? What do you want? What? Come here. All right. I don't know if she wanted to go out or if she just wanted to be held. She's a monster. She's a monster. She has the personality of a rug. What are you doing? There it is. There she goes. This is her favorite position right here. She loves this. I don't know why. Maybe it makes her think harder because there's blood in there or what. But this is her. And play her like. I know. All right. And if she's got to go out, then she'll pop. She used to like sit right tucked into my arm. Now I got to do all this. She's getting so big. All right, let's see here. Long Island. Hey, good to see you, Gina. But I tell people to get their any money that they don't need to pay bills digitally with, get it out of the bank, protect it with Smith & Wesson, Glock, whatever it may be. Buy a safe, keep it under your bed, something, Let's see. Buy lead, buy food and other barter items. Booze. I mean, that's not a bad idea, but your assumption is that the world's going to end. It's going to be Titiwaki or rule with the world without the rule of law. And it's like we're never going to be like that because we don't hunt with spears anymore. Okay, it's never going to be like that. She wants to go out. Hold on. It's pretty cool when a cat tells you they want to go out. But it's never going to be like that because we won't accept it. It's people have a hard time accepting the fact that their Nintendo doesn't work. That they don't have the newest PlayStation game. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be. They're not going to be. Oh, let's just go back. Let's do The Walking Dead. Let's go live like that. That'll be super great. And then we're going to barter Skittles and. That's not ever going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not ever going to happen. Let's see. So the reason why the U.S. zombie keeps going, zombie economy keeps going is because the end... I need to make this bigger for my viewers. If you guys are on the TikTok side and you're not on the YouTube side, you don't see what they're seeing. So invest my money in gold and silver. In tangible silver. Have them send it to you, not paper, silver, or gold. Okay. Let's see. Let's finish this sentence. The reason why the U.S. zombie economy keeps going is because the end of the U.S. is in the end of the Western prosperity and the admission that the current system failed as a model in the world. It doesn't change the reality. The collapse is inevitable and coming. What are our leaders planning? You may have heard that the Great Reset or the New World Order. It is controlled demolition of the global markets, economies, and the world as we know it. A shift into a new dystopian future where the elites are the masters of the slaves without the cosmetics of democracy. Without a controlled demolition, though, the world will collapse for all, including the elites. The world has changed so much, and nothing seems to make sense anymore. The blatant corruption is out in the open, the obvious propaganda media, the erosion of our rights. What is the end game? Oh, it's, I've been stocking up on hand tools. Yeah, definitely do that. And I would definitely get your hands on auger bits, large auger bits, and also the hand drills. I would definitely get your hands on some of those. Where are we at here? Conservative Kendra. Where's Conservative Kendra? Hey, Conservative Kendra. I don't see her anywhere. I like to buy precious metals like brass and powder. They can be used as currency if the dollar flops. Very true. Hunter Hollow Farms retracted a mess. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, conservative Christina, here. My animals rule my life. I don't want to start over. I've worked my butt off for what I have. I'm not going to give it to some lazy entitled crybabies. Absolutely, Window. Absolutely. You know what I keep forgetting, guys? On the TikTok side, I can make all your text much bigger for me to see. There, no TikTok. No TikTok. Damn it. Damn it. God damn it. Excuse my French. TikTok just... A button just got resume. All right. This is crazy. The backup channel just kind of like just died out. Sorry about that, backup channel. You were frozen time. No, I went to flick something and it's like, oh, I'll just play a video for you. Thanks for hanging out and being patient with the algorithm. What do we got here? I am severely disappointed. You guys should be at 15K by now. See that up there? That should be 15K. You guys should be like around 5K. That's where you should be right now. Very disappointed in you. Very, very, very. Bad TikTok. Bad TikTok. Make it happen. Make it happen. I don't see any freaking hearts. They're blowing me off. All right, so what's the end game? Well, I mean, it's really hard to determine, but I want to talk to you guys about some gold stuff real quick. And we're going to watch a snippet of this. I found this, and this is talking about gold going back to $50,000 an ounce. Or I'm sorry, not going to, but going to $50,000 an ounce. So what normally happens when a market goes down, like the S&P, the NASDAQ, when all the big stuff goes down, the value of precious metals go up. That has not been happening. It's actually been going down with it, which means that the market is being controlled. It's not good. Listen to this.
Pretty quickly, hence it would just be a hawkish moment. I think we're approaching that moment now.
Okay, but this hawkish moment hasn't really been conducive to higher gold prices so far.
No.
There's going to be a pivot,
and it won't be. It has to pass. The moment has to come and go. We're in it right now. It's taking place right now. But I believe it is going to go. And when it goes and markets reassess, I believe in a very substantial way, that central banks are far more powerless to act on this inflation than they thought. I think gold is going to recover all of its losses this year and indeed reach new highs. Now, that will take time like anything else. Yes. But I think when it does happen, it's going to happen asymmetrically. That is, the recovery will be asymmetric relative to the decline, in my opinion.
Now, let's talk about inflation very...
All right, so what he basically said is that when the decline comes, that the price of gold and silver will go up. They can't control it. When it goes past a certain point, they can't control it anymore. So that's why he's talking about it. And then what will happen is as the market drops down, not to sound too geeky or anything, but as the market drops down, it gets to a point where they realize that it's a crash and everybody tries to run out, the price of gold will skyrocket. Precious metals, they'll skyrocket. They'll go through the roof. And that's when you want to hold on to them, because you know what? It's all going to plateau. And then if you're smart and you want to, you sell some of it off when it all gets to the top, or the markets will get shut down. And we went through this in 2008. It's just that easy. So we're at safest route, item to trust either way. All right. Oh, that's definitely Peter Schiff. Gotcha. Okay, so I just wanted you guys to see that. Where are we at here? And that was actually the article that it came out of. We're going to close that out. All right, so let's see. What if money is in an IRA? Should I pay taxes on it? Annette, I cannot answer that question. I am not a legal advisor. All right, so preparing for a world of censorship and false media narratives. Now, this is a problem, guys. So the government censorship and false media narratives go back quite a while. I've been reminded of the Mockingbird movies, or whatever they are. I gotcha. You're good if you don't speak French. I have a ton of lead tire weights for currency. Gotcha. Examples of American history of being basically lied to. So you've got the Sedition Act of 1798. It's a criminal law. It's writing, printing, uttering, or publishing of any false, scandalous, or malicious writings or writings about the government of the United States. You've got the Civil War. President Lincoln took control of the telegraph lines, suspending habeas corpus, and issued an order that prohibited newspapers from printing war news without approval. You got the Espionage Act. During World War I, the law criminalized any attempt to harm the war effort. You got the Sedition Act. This was an amendment to the Espionage Act, which prohibited uttering, printing, writing, publishing disloyal, profane, scurrilous, or abusive language intended to cause contempt, scorn as regarded to the form of government or the Constitution. Pearl Harbor. After the Pearl Harbor attack, President Roosevelt gave the FBI emergency authority to censor all news and communications. Vietnam War. There were multiple counts of assaults and interference with free speech protests. I don't believe that one. The Pentagon Papers. The Nixon administration obtained a court order barring New York Times and Washington Post from publishing the Pentagon Papers. That didn't work out too well for them. Section 215 of the USA Patriot Act. After 9/11, this gave government officials the ability to read business records, library records, healthcare records, logs of internet service providers, and other documents of papers. And today, social media is monitoring and targeting, and information is collected by the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and the State Department. Censorship and false media narratives are only getting worse. The problem is reaching a boiling point. Today is especially concerning, considering the way big tech, media outlets, and the government can't complete power to control. Where are we at? Can't complete power to control what they see, hear, or even in their everyday lives. What does this mean? Facebook. Pew Research found that nearly a third of Americans regularly get their news from Facebook. So if you're getting your news from Facebook, you might want to stop doing that. Where are we at here? And obviously Zuckerberg last week talked about how the FBI asked him not to talk about stuff. Let's see here. And it's funny too, because as soon as he did, the next day, as soon as he came out and said this stuff during the Joe Rogan interview, the next day, Facebook reps came out and started talking about, that doesn't really mean anything. So that's a little confusing. Twitter. Twitter is regularly sourced for 13% of Americans, according to Pew Research. So be careful of the information you get off Twitter. YouTube. Lastly, Pew Research claims about 1 in 5 Americans, or 22%, say they regularly get their news on YouTube. So be aware of what you're listening to. Be aware. The media pushing false narratives. Is it any wonder that Americans' confidence in the media is at an all-time low? Well, yeah. That's not surprising, given how much focus was placed on false narratives like the Russia hoax, officially found no collusion with Russia, and the Border Patrol agents being falsely accused of whipping migrants. It was all about the agenda. It's all about the agenda. But wait, there's more. Thanks to the World Economic Forum, they recently started pushing for AI censorship of online speech. In other words, what you write online can automatically be censored upon posting by a robot. Well, I wouldn't say it's a robot, but it's artificially intelligent. This is a developing story, but we feel it was worth mentioning here to show you that governments and elite organizations aren't stopping anytime soon. Let's see, new Triad B-52 crew chief veteran. Gotcha, bro. Buff. Let's see here. If you don't know what the buff is, you don't know. Let's see. Jesse, good morning. I heard they have gold IRAs. That's any good. Have the gold in it. No, it's not. It's a piece of paper. It's worthless. If something crashes, it's worthless. Okay? They already changed the actual writing of the Second Amendment. Don't get into that, because that means nothing. First of all, nobody reads the White House fucking web page, okay? It's a web page. It doesn't mean anything. They didn't crack the glass on the original Constitution and use whiteout or an eraser. That's not what happened. They didn't go through the rigorous process of creating an amendment to the Constitution that required so much pain to change it, okay? So take a step back, breathe a little bit, and not worry about what the White House put on their webpage, because they are a propaganda arm. They're not real anymore. Okay, so take a deep breath. Doomsday, good to see you, man. It's about time you showed up. It's about time. You're not Doomsday. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, let's see. Where would you be a good place to purchase gold and silver? Just there, everybody has their own companies, but honestly, any reputable company can be found online. Just Google it. Google, how to buy gold online, how to buy silver online, and the company who paid the most for advertisement will pop up at the top, and you'll be golden. You'll be golden. I cannot refer you because that's just not something that I do. All right, so a little bit of advice. How do you make sure you have accurate info? Read fully. Don't just read the headline. Let's not fall into the generational problem that we have now, where people are not. If it's not it's like a TikTok headline or a YouTube video thumbnail. If it's not sensationalized or grab you, then you don't spend any time on it. If you want the information, you'll read the article. Consider where the news is coming from, and I'm going to show you guys a website that I recommend to everybody because it's legit. Get your news from multiple sites. This is going to be covered in a second. Check the original source. Yes, if you're really interested, if you read an article and it's like, wow, that's really interesting, or that doesn't seem very believable, go back and find the original source. And what you'll find is that if it was written by a human being, it's going to be this writer from this, like the New York Times, and everybody will be quoting them to write their own little articles, and that'll be the original source. Or it's going to end up down at some bot website where a writer nobody ever heard of, and you're going to find out it's just a fake thing. We've seen this. It happens all the time. I don't think we want to admit it. Let's see here. Assess the evidence. If there's evidence in an article, assess does that make sense. Support journalists you trust. Okay, now this is getting deep. This is like a journalist I trust, and use different search engines. That's true. I do have Chrome on my machine. I have Google on my machine, and I also have Brave on my machine. And I can Google one sentence on those three things and get completely different sites. And join alternative social media sites. Be aware. I don't have that highlighted because I want you to be conscious. I want you to be aware that sometimes these things turn into echo chambers. It's like Getter's not bad, but like what is it? Parler, it's an echo chamber. It's ridiculous. Gab, it's an echo chamber. So think about that before you get sucked into something you don't want anything to do with. You think gold and silver will drop more, or are we bottomed out? No, I have no idea, Window Licker. I couldn't tell you. I think it would be beneficial for our overlords to drop that price as low as possible before the market crashes, so that it doesn't spike as high. Let's see. Yeah, he's talking about Hummer. What do we got here? Do you trust Fox? JMav, I listen to Fox, but I also listen to MSNBC. I find Fox News more palatable because they actually show news. Now they do talk a lot about the left and how stupid they're acting, but I don't think they talk any more about their stupidity than anybody else's stupidity. And that you also need to remember that that's ran by Murdoch's kids, and they are not, they're centrist left. They are not out there on the right. So it's important to remember that too. It was just in reference to what you were reading. They keep trying to bypass rule of law with rumors. Yeah, exactly. Post office employees recommended Al Jazeera News out of the blue. That's freaking weird. Let's see here. But I wanted to show you guys something. So if you're on the YouTube side, you're going to see this. Hey, Thorne, it's about frickin' time you showed up, you slacker. So this is the service that I use when I want to read something or reference something. So somebody says something or there's an article, right? And so I will use this to search for it. This is called ground.news. Now what it does is it will tell you if the article is left, right, or center, and it'll give you a predominance. So you can determine what you want to get out of the article, and it's actually kind of neat. So So this, for instance, what's on the screen now, there's an article that says more than 100 students baptized without parents' permission at North Carolina school. How the hell did that happen? Well, it's a Catholic school probably. But you can see that it's very centered. Okay, I mean, it's perfectly centered actually. Only 11% left and 11% right. But if we go to anything, okay, where are we at here? Russia is buying North Korean artillery, and we click on that one right there, and it's going to tell you who is regurgitating all this by their little symbols and whether it's center, left, or right. And then it'll actually, people who regurgitated it down here, it'll tell you which way that article leans. Okay, so that gives you the different articles to choose from, all based off of the same subject. It's a really, really, you got Radio Free Europe. That actually seems to be the one that is the one that's fixed factually, and it's fixed factually, and it is centered. So I will click on that one right there. There we go. And then now you actually have an article that is based on fact and is centered. It's the news. It's not political. Let's see here. I just joined and never saw you before. You do believe the RV? Do you believe in the RV is close? What is the RV, Dawn? Tell me what the RV is, please, because I own an RV. You know, I keep it in storage, but I don't know what the RV is. What is the name of the website? The website I'm speaking of is called ground.news, ground.news. And an even better website is localprepper.net. All right, so I wanted to throw that up for you guys to see where we at here. We're over our 1 hour, which I said COVID treatments to avoid. I don't know what you're asking for. Let's see, where we at here, World Economic Forum. So the World Economic Forum is a little pissed. The World Economic Forum doesn't like criticism. Say it isn't so. Let's see here. The World Economic Forum, or WEF, has been inserting itself into a number of core issues for humanity with ever-increasing vigor over the past couple of years. It coincides with the pandemic, publishing information about the future of artificial intelligence to the future of education, technology, tracking humans, and so on. One would think that with an unelected and unaccountable group like this decides to not merely offer its 2 cents on the topic, but position itself as a de facto policymaker that wants to steer regulation and ethic standards, it would also be open to criticism. Looks like the WEF can dish it out but can't take it. The main message conveyed recently by the WEF managing director is basically, don't talk about us. And critics, including politicians in various countries, are being branded as conspiracy theorists and disinformation peddlers for talking about the WEF. Even though the WEF regularly wants to tackle the biggest issues there are, including the pushing of the Great Reset, when people try to scrutinize its own activities, they say they have bigger issues. So, yeah, the WEF is still a thing. It's still a problem. For my globalist takeovers to the Great Reset guys, these people are the problem. They are the problem that we're dealing with because they want to be they believe that what they want and what they think is more important than what you want or think, and you shouldn't be listening to any of them. All right, do you speak of home security? Not weapons, really, but just ways to secure your home. Lovely one. First thing I tell people, if you want to secure your home, unscrew your door lock and unscrew your. Well, actually, no. Your door lock's probably good, but unscrew the slide plate that your door will lock into. That's on the frame. And make sure that you have 2 to 3 inch screws on that. If you don't really have a locked door. Any person over 100 pounds can probably kick through your door. Do that. That's what I tell people. All right, let's see here. What are we on next here? So there's a whole slew. This is the Market Insider, and Michael Burry and Jerry Grantham have warned an epic stock market crash is underway. Here's what 5 doomsdayers expect to happen next. So we're just going to talk about this. Let's see. Michael Burry and Jerry both warned the stock market crash is well underway. Noel Rubin, Robert Kiyosaki, and Harry Dent also expect asset prices to plunge further. And then they do a roundup of what they're saying. So Mike's quote is, "It's the mother of all crashes." If you guys don't know who this guy is, this is the star of The Big Short. It's based off of his life or what he figured out for the 2008 collapse. Let's see here. The investor of The Big Short, famed shared S&P 500 chart showed the stock market index has plunged 18% from its December peak, and yet it keeps asking when crash. Yeah. Where are we at here? Jeremy Gratham. Let's see here. Each cycle is different and unique, but every historical parallel suggests the worst is yet to come. Noel Rubani. Where are we at here? Where's his little quote here? Robin noted that the stubborn inflation would likely weigh on stocks and bonds and real estate. Robert Kiyosaki, the crash is here. He tweeted this week. Millions will be wiped out. He's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Harry Dent warned investors that the recent bounce in stocks would be followed by an even bigger decline. Quote, "We had this first crash, a tepid bounce, and now we'll have another one with the same we'll have another one of the same magnitude." The market historian and newsletter and blah blah blah. It's all crap. All right, so if you got these people lining up saying stuff's about to happen, stuff might be happening. All right, what do we got here? The Gypsy says, "Just put my for sale sign out yesterday. I hope it's not too late to get the $1 for the house I found." I hope so too. The market right now is not good. What if you're wrong? Ever think about that? No, I don't actually think about that. And the reason I don't think about whether I'm wrong or not, because I'm not going into debt. I'm not changing my lifestyle. The things that I do to prepare have no effect on me in any way, shape, or form, other than to create a parachute, so that when we're all forced out of the plane, I land softly. So, Sarah on Sunday, how will you land? I'll wait for the answer. Let me check the other feeds. Let's see. Good morning. Hey, what's up, CPAP? Good to see you, man. Better prepared than sorry. I'm still waiting for Sarah on Sunday to respond. Let's see what she's got to say. Ground.news. Like .com, but .news. Ground.news. Let's see here. Apex. Window Lurker says Apex is reputable. Are reputable. Should we all sell our stock now? I would talk to a financial planner before you did that. The financial market does not indicate the economy, but the market will completely collapse. Yeah, it doesn't indicate the economy. Is this Economics 101 we're trying to do, poet? But the market will completely collapse. Yeah, it is. It is going to completely collapse. Sarah says, "I'm disabled, so I have nothing already." Well, that super sucks. Sorry to hear that, but I guess you answered my question. Housing crash first. The housing crash has already began. It has already began. I have friends in realty, and it's not a local issue. It's not regional. It's national. All the big house prices are no longer being paid by the people who came in and sucked everything up to turn them into Airbnbs, to turn them into rental or lease properties. They're done. They're spending their money upgrading the facilities so that they can make money with what they've purchased. Yeah, no one's going to give you $300,000 for your $100,000 house now. So America doesn't care about the disabled. Well, I don't believe that. I don't believe that, Sarah. I think that people care about themselves, and then when they can help, they do. Let's see. Okay, so I actually have the what do we got here? I have the Prepper Camp website up, and so if you Zero Social Net, I gotcha. I don't know what that means. Let's see. I am disabled. Also, I still have gotten prepared. Continue to work on myself. Good to go, Gypsy. Good to go. Where are we at? Madison County NC is equipping school resources offers AR-15. Yeah, they talked about that a couple weeks back. They talked a couple weeks about that, Apex. Let's see. I have 2 adult disabled sons. Not much money, but trying to prep. Yeah, KKC. You just do what you can do. That's it. That's it. There's no magic to this. Just do what you can do. You know. Let's see. Love the comment. Care about them than others. Yeah, I like that. I like that too. Right by what he said. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. So I wanted to talk about Prepper Camp just a little bit. There's actually a pretty detailed schedule of things. I wanted to show this to you guys real quick. Camp amenities, schedule, and map. The map super sucks. If you're a member of Prepper Camp and you work there, your map sucks. Doesn't even match the real world. All right, so we're going to go ahead and crank this up, make this a little bit bigger. Not now. But they've got a little bit of everything. So they have several tents. 1, 2, 3. They have back buoy. So what do we got? 4, 5, 6, 7 places set up every single day. Dehydrating, meals in a jars, cheese making, ham radio, the healing garden, making soap, beekeeping, gold and silver, survival groups, mushrooms, privacy and security, how to reload, aquaponics. Where are we at here? Encourage prepping something. Female shooter, secret livestock, trauma tools. Where are we at here? S&J's prepping properties. Getting off grid now. Home defense. What happens after? And that's supposed to be bang. Basically, what happens after you pull the trigger. Utilizing fibers for something. I have to look that one up. Pandemic survival. Primitive wilderness. Protective mass. Psychological warfare. Urban school. Colloidal silver, which I recommend everybody get their hands on. That's super awesome stuff. Restoring cast iron. Patrol movement. Observation posts. Wild edible survival. I'll be going to that one. Fermenting to, I can't read it. Stick combat. The girlfriend's going to go to that one. She's like, oh, I want to learn how to do that. Your body is a weapon. Yeah, it is. Bug out bags, tanning hides, knife combat 101, train protection dogs, and entrepreneurship. And we got Dutch oven cooking, survival, evasion, resistance, and escape, blacksmithing, Lewis and Clark's salt to meat preservation, trapping game and predators, winemaking, and the prepper's approach to garage sales. My God. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning. Doomsday, shut up. What's Prepper Camp? Doomsday and I are going to be there at Prepper Camp. I've already agreed that I'm going to help out with his booth. Yes, I will be there, Broseph. I will help you out. But I will not be slave labor. Let's be clear. Any gray man tactics? Gray man tactics are pretty simple. Don't wear camouflage. Blend in. Make sure your backpack's not green. That's it. You're the gray man. Let's see here. We only got 2 over there. 16 here. We're good. Okay, we're good. Great lineup for classes. Yeah, it's going to be hard. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there early, but I'll be primarily moving around or helping Doomsday with his booth on Friday and Saturday. On Sunday, I'm pulling chalks because it's an 8-hour drive. So it is what it is. Interested in Prepper Camp, stick combat. Love it. Well, there's also, if you guys can make it, there's one that's in Tennessee that is going to be Prepper Stock. And Prepper Stock, I've actually got notes on that. Let's see. Prepper Stock is going to be October 27th through the 29th. And it's going to be in the Knoxville area. So we'll be looking for some information on that soon enough. And it's funny too because they said people were dropping out of attendees were dropping out of Prepper Camp, and so that opened up a lot of spots that weren't available for people that wanted to bring their RVs or just get a camping spot or whatever. So if you didn't think you could make it before, you might want to look at it now. Let's see. That's all we can do because I'm what they consider disabled. Also, we have to help each other out. Got you, Golden Girl. Yes. Call the campground. Exactly. All right, I think what do we got here? I think that we're about, yes, you can call it campground. All right. I think we're about it, guys. We went 23 minutes over, and I still have things that I have to do here at the house. When and where is camp? Breon, Prepper Camp is September 22nd? No. Where are we at here? September 23rd through the 25th. And it's Salida, North Carolina. Let's see. Are metal protectors allowed? Are metal protectors allowed at Prepper Camp? Metal protectors? What's a metal protector? If you're talking about those things that go pew pew in the night, they are, but they have to remain concealed. All right. Saluda. There you go. I have a cousin in Tennessee. He would definitely go with me. There you go, Gypsy. There you go. All right. So, yeah, let's go ahead and call it. I'll be back on 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Watch for my other videos. If you're not a Patreon, get in it. It's $3 a month. It's less than the price of a Starbucks small iced coffee, and you get a lot of trash out of it. And I wouldn't say trash because obviously we don't deliver a lot of stuff. That's the stupid jarhead in me saying stupid things. But there a lot of benefits. A lot of benefits. Check it out. Link is in the bio. And if you even if you don't have a lot of money and you want to do some comparison shopping, go to the link in the bio. Hit the my store. It'll take you to my Amazon store, and it is set up so that it's in specific categories of preparedness. Take a look at that. Maybe it'll give you some ideas. You don't have to buy anything. That's not what I'm asking for. Just take a look. It'll give you a way to think about things maybe a little bit differently. All right, guys, until the next time. And I'm going to go ahead and push this on the YouTube side. We shall talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, and I hope you decide to support the page. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the link below. If it didn't take you directly to it, you can just hit the support page. That's what it should look like. All you have to do is either hit the Patreon symbol or the join button. Doesn't matter. Just hit it and that'll get you started. It's $3 a month for 30-ish days of work from me. The price of a Starbucks coffee. So until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.